Hello guys, this is a video disclaimer. The video you're about to see is with a company that I'm affiliated with. This is not a sponsored video, so I am not being paid to make it, but I do have an affiliate link and affiliate code with this company. What does that mean? That means that if you do decide to purchase any of the items mentioned in this video through those links or with that code, then I get a small commission on the sale. This does not affect my views of the company at all. I didn't join the company's affiliate program until I got a chance to try the products myself. I would never affiliate myself with something that I don't absolutely 100% believe in and get behind because I'm an esthetician, and that would mess with my credibility. But if for some reason affiliate codes or affiliate links offend you, click away now. Otherwise, let's get to the action. Hey everyone, it's me again and welcome to Faith's Feels. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name is Faith Grenade and I put makeup videos here on YouTube. And you should subscribe and hit that little bell icon down below. It'll notify you every time I upload so you don't miss a minute of this riveting action. There's just so much. You don't want to miss out. What you've stumbled across is Faith's Feels, which is usually my feels or my review on a makeup product or on life in general. Today though, I know what you're thinking. You're looking at that title and you're saying, Faith, another perfume video? You just put one out like a couple months ago. And you're right, I did put out a perfume video a couple of months ago. It was basically a list of like my top 5 perfumes of the moment. I'll leave it up in the cards up here in case you guys want to watch it. But I am really excited because today I'm talking to you guys about some brand new perfumes that I just discovered maybe a month ago, and I'm addicted, y'all. I am addicted. So we're going to talk about today a company called Sage Goddess. You may have seen some of their sponsored posts on Facebook. She's pretty big with the sponsored posts. Sage Goddess is a new age online store. She also has a brick and mortar location in California, but at its core, it's a new age store. It's one of those funky stores that you go into that sells like candles and beautiful gemstones and kind of like really stuff. There's something for everyone there. Like I know when people think new age, they think like pagan, Wiccan, you know, stuff like that. And she does sell some of that stuff, but she also sells like, you know, Jesus and Mary candles. She sells, you know, pretty much something for everyone. Like whether you're Christian or Buddhist or Wiccan or pagan or, you know, none of the above, like she's got something that will appeal to you. Deals a lot in, you know, meditation and chakra work and aromatherapy. So she sells a lot of bath and body products. She sells candles and she sells essential oil perfumes. These perfumes are essential oils in a carrier oil. They are custom formulated, so each and every single one is skin safe. I've patch tested them all, and I have pretty sensitive skin being someone with rosacea, so I patch test them on the inside of my arm, right where the crook of my elbow is, for 24 hours to make sure there's no irritation. So far, I've only got topical irritation from one of their perfumes, and it only happened once. And then I wore the same perfume again and it didn't happen again. So I don't know what that was about. It could have just been the perfume mixing with something else I was wearing at the time, or I don't know. My skin is weird, y'all. I've broken out into hives randomly for no reason. These are very safe. They're, you know, formulated in the old way, just like ancient perfumers used to do. And a lot of them have a lot of knowledge and history behind them. Athena, the founder of Sage Goddess, is so knowledgeable. She has a PhD, was a college professor for a long time, and she started this business. And she has done so much research into gemstones, into aromatherapy and essential oils. Her mother was an esthetician. Very detailed in her explanations of what these essential oils were purported to do in ancient times and what they might do now, who knows? But I was very open to it and I stumbled upon it and I've been addicted. So I've got my cute little Sephora notebook here. They have this as a 500-point perk, by the way. Get on that because it's a little notebook and pen, and the pen is actually really nice. So I am a fan. Anyway, I'm going to talk you through my collection of Sage Goddess perfumes. I'm going to talk about the notes of each one and what the smell smells like to me, because I feel like that's equally as important too. Because sometimes you read the notes on a perfume and you're like, what is that supposed to smell like? What even is that? So I'm going to describe each of these to you, and I'm going to tell you a few of my personal go-tos, my personal favorites, and then I'm going to tell you guys how you can get your hands on them. So let's get into it. Perfume I wrote down, these are in no particular order at all, it's just whatever I grabbed for first, was Alchemy. Alchemy is a blend of Elemi, Cistus, Rose, Cinnamon, and Sandalwood. This perfume is $29, and that's what I love about these. These perfumes are dirt cheap by comparison to other perfumes. Like, not only do they have no alcohol in them, so you're not dehydrating your skin by spraying perfume on, they're all oil-based, so they're very, very nourishing feeling. They feel almost moisturizing. A lot of them are blended with jojoba oil, which is the most similar oil to the sebum your skin naturally produces. So these are going to sink right in, and the scent is going to linger forever. Some of these I smell on myself the next day. Each perfume, they've got a couple of bottle styles, but this has been the one that they've been really trying to transition to. This is each of these perfumes is 15 milliliters or 15 ml, and this is a rollerball bottle. So they come in these beautiful bottles. Each one has its own little label on it, and you can see little chip stones moving around in there. The stones are supposed to give metaphysical properties to the perfume. They also keep everything well blended, and they're just plumb pretty to look at. So they come with a little screw off top here, and then you see that roller ball up at the top. These roller balls are very, very smooth. They roll very easily, so you have no problem getting the perfume on yourself. So yeah, really, really great packaging as well. Alchemy, for me, Alchemy is very spicy. It's like, it's sweet spicy, because that cinnamon comes through right away, and it's like warm and spicy. It kind of reminds me of like baking. Like, for those of you who like to smell like food, this is going to be your best friend, because this smells delicious. I love combining this with some of my other perfumes that I'll show you in a minute. It's a great mixing perfume, and these can be mixed. They can be layered. They can be blended together, and that just really brings a whole new dimension to the scent. Alchemy perfume is supposed to be all about transformation. It's for your girl who is trying to transform, people who are trying to grow. So if you're just starting a business, or you're entering a new period of your life, you just got a new job, or you're changing careers in midlife like I am, this is a great perfume for you. It's supposed to inspire you to grow. It's supposed to keep you passionate and active, and it's really, really lovely. But honestly, I've never seen a single bottle, like individual bottle of perfume sold at Sage Goddess for more than 35 bucks. Like, these things are dirt cheap. J'adore Dior, which is one of my favorite perfumes of all time, is like $80 to $100 an ounce. For 1 ounce of Dior perfume, you could buy 3 or 4 of these. Moving right along to Empath. Empath is a boundary perfume. This is for your people who work very, very closely with other people, people who tend to absorb a lot of emotional baggage, people who deal with like energy vampires. You know, you have that person in your life who you absolutely love them, they're a very dear friend to you, but they just drain you. Like they're constantly like complaining about their life or asking you for advice, and they just suck the life out of you. This is the perfume to wear when you're dealing with those types of people. This is a great perfume for doctors, nurses, massage therapists, estheticians, people who are like all up in people's grill all the time and feeding off of all of that energy. Because sometimes if you're a service provider, if you're a caretaker or a healer, you pick up a lot of people's baggage, and that can really weigh you down and stress you out. So Empath is a good boundary blend to wear for that. The blend is neroli, crocus flower, and bamboo. That's one of those things, like people hear neroli and they're like, I don't know what neroli smells like. Neroli is very sweet, so it's got a very gentle sweetness to it. Oh, it's got that sweetness and then that little tiny bit of floral, like a kiss of floral, and then the freshness of the bamboo to round it out. Such a well-rounded perfume. This was the one that gave me a little bit of a topical reaction once, but it was only the one time, so I think it might have just been mixing with the skincare I was wearing or something. I don't know. I had a little bit of redness on my neck in the areas where I applied the perfume. It was just on my neck. My wrists were fine. The back of my neck was fine. It was just like right here where it kind of turned red and got a little warm for a second, but it went away in like a minute or two. So I'm not really terribly worried about recommending this to you guys, because literally nobody else I know who has tried this has experienced that. So that was probably just a fluke or a freak thing. But again, patch testing is important. And the cool part about Sage Goddess is she also has listings for samples. So you can buy a pack of like 3 or 5 or 10 perfume samples that are generously sized, last a long time, and you can get to know a perfume and kind of try it out before you buy the full size. You know what I mean? It smells like a hug, you know? It smells like a very gentle hug. It's such a friendly, open, accepting scent, if that makes any sense at all. I'm horrible at describing these things, you guys. But it's slightly sweet, but it's not cloyingly so. And again, it's another great perfume for mixing with other scents, just to get that little hint of sweetness. But I absolutely love that one. If you're into like sweet smelling perfumes, but like sweet florals, that's going to be a great one for you. Big Bang. Big Bang is a secret. Big Bang is a secret recipe. She has not revealed what's in it, but it is very popular on Sage Goddess's website. It is it's a delicious one. This one definitely has patchouli in it. So if you're not into patchouli, this is not going to be the one for you, but I love patchouli. It's one of my favorites. This one's earthy, woodsy, a little bit spicy, just that little hint of spice. She fills these to the brim, by the way. So if you get your Sage Goddess perfume in the mail and the box has like oil all in it, don't freak out. Your perfume didn't leak. It's just she fills them up like crazy full, so sometimes the oil will kind of spill out of the top and it'll end up in the box. But as you can see, still very full. Yeah, you can definitely smell the patchouli in that one. Very woodsy, very earthy, very grounded. Big Bang as a perfume is supposed to be all about making things happen. So if you've got goals that you're trying to accomplish or you're having to work really hard, Big Bang is a really good motivational perfume. It like makes me want to do the thing. From an aromatherapy standpoint, it helps me focus. Like it helps me stay focused on what I'm doing. It keeps me from getting too like all over the place and too distracted. So it's a great perfume for your hardworking people, people in service industry, people who, you know, pull long hours because this perfume's gonna last. Patchouli is a very potent scent, so it's definitely gonna last, but it's great for the hard worker in your life. All of these are very unique. Like each one smells very different from the next, and they all smell different from what you would get in a store. Like when you go to Ulta, some of those men's colognes, you could smell 3 different colognes and they all smell the same. You know what I mean? And that's the case with a lot of the perfumes too. They all just end up smelling the same. These are not like that. This is a whole different level of scent. One that I just got in the mail today that is rapidly becoming a favorite. This is Hummingbird. Hummingbird has notes of gardenia, honeysuckle, and forget-me-nots. This is floral. Oh, but it's a sweetened floral. It's like a light, oh, it takes me back. This perfume takes me back to my childhood because this perfume reminds me of my grandmother. So one of my grandmother's favorite flowers were forget-me-nots, and she used to wear a perfume with gardenia in it. So immediately I get that gardenia, I get that honeysuckle. And when I was a kid, right here at, you know, Faith Grenade headquarters, I used to go outside and run around and play, and in the springtime when the honeysuckles bloomed, we used to like pick the honeysuckles and like take the little stamen out and we would lick the honey nectar off of them. And this smells dead on like honeysuckle. I mean, this takes me right the way back to being a kid out in my yard, drinking honeysuckle nectar. living the life. It's very fresh, it's very light, perfect to wear for spring and summer. And you know, it's a hummingbird. The hummingbird is a fitting name because it's very sort of like light and airy and exciting. Perfect for the spring season. If you're looking for a new spring scent, hummingbird is a fantastic one. Also, $29. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Big Bang, $19. Even cheaper than most of the rest of these. Next is Inferno. This is another new one that I just picked up. You can smell it through the box. These are potent. A little goes a long way. Ooh, and Inferno is nice. Inferno is orange, rosemary, and saffron. So it's got that really complex, like, lightly sweet. It's not terribly citrusy. So it's got orange in it, but it's not super citrusy. But it has that warmth. It's got that light, little tiny bit of orange. But the rosemary comes in, it's very herbal. So if you guys are into like herbal scents, like woodsier scents, this is gonna be a great one. Especially if you're into herbal earthy scents, but you're not a huge patchouli fan. I love patchouli. Patchouli has a special place in my heart, and I'll tell you guys about that in a second. But if you are, you know, I know patchouli isn't everyone's cup of tea. It's a very potent essential oil. So if you're not into patchouli, but you still want that earthy, herbal, warm, kind of fiery smell, Inferno is going to be great for you. Inferno is all about passion, and Inferno actually only comes in a set for Beltane. Beltane happens May 1st, a holiday celebrating the start of spring, celebrating fertility, celebrating creation, celebrating all of the things that spring has to offer, and Beltane is all about fire. So you get this full set, you get 3 candles, you get 4 stones, each of which has its own significance. One of which is a palm stone that I actually have with me that I can show you. It's a carnelian palm stone. This is one of the stones you get in the set. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? That is so pretty. And carnelian is a stone of the sacral chakra, which is the chakra that governs passion and creativity and drive and sexual energy. So it's all of that passionate whatnot. Beautiful stone comes with that, along with 3 other stones. You get an incense burner, a couple of charcoal discs, and an incense oil to burn in your home, which smells fantastic. All of that stuff, and 3 candles, and a perfume, for about $69 to $79. She's got 2 different options depending on the size of the incense oil you want, but that Inferno perfume only comes in that set right now. So if you want the Inferno perfume, you're gonna have to get the set. It's still a great value for everything that you're getting. Finally, I've saved pretty much the best for last. This one is my personal favorite. Of the ones I have so far. It's the first perfume I got from Sage Goddess, and it's called Solemn. Now Solemn, in Latin, if we want to dig way back to high school, because your girl took Latin in high school, Solemn means the ground beneath your feet. So this is a very grounding perfume. It's supposed to keep you anchored to the earth, keep you focused. Are you noticing a pattern here? Smells like an herbal volcano explosion. Oh my God, Solemn just smells so good. It's like that bonfire-y smell, but it's got earthiness to it. It reminds me of like having bonfires in the woods by my house and sitting around them with friends and drinking and having a good time and talking about life. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like fall in a bottle. And this, the notes here are black patchouli, mugwort, vetiver, and some other woodsy notes that she's not telling anybody. But this is very heavy in patchouli. So if you don't like patchouli, this isn't going to be the one for you. But if you do, oh, and black patchouli is a powerful form of patchouli as well. It's very, very deep, very earthy, very woodsy. Patchouli is such a unique smell, and patchouli means a lot to me because my mom, as you guys know, I lost my mom in 2016 to cancer because cancer is a bitch, but she was like so anti-glamour. She was the most practical woman on the planet, but the one glamorous thing that she did was she wore patchouli oil. She had a little vial, you know, a little container of solid patchouli oil perfume, and she would wear patchouli oil on special occasions, and that is the scent that I associate the most with my mom. There was actually a time during my grieving process where I couldn't go to like the natural aisles of grocery stores because they would have patchouli oil soaps, and I would smell that and it would instantly remind me of my mom and I would start to tear up. Oh, it's a very fond scent to me. It smells like home, you know, it smells like my mom. It smells like, you know, giving her a huge hug as a kid, or because she would only wear perfume on, or patchouli oil on special occasions. So it takes me back to like when I graduated from 5th grade, because we had 5th grade graduation, or when we would do, when they had like honor roll ceremonies or something, and my mom would come to those and I would give her a big hug and I would smell patchouli on her. It reminds me of when I graduated high school, when I graduated college, all of those beautiful, important milestone moments in my life when my mom would wear patchouli oil. And this does have quite a bit of patchouli in it, but it's got other, you know, other notes too. That mugwort, very grounding, very, very focused perfume. So again, this is another one for your patchouli fan who really needs a little bit of grounding in their life. You know, people who are feeling very kind of up in the air, someone who's going through a lot, someone who really needs kind of to be brought back down to earth, to be connected with the ground beneath their feet. This is a great one for that. Now to the brass tacks. I've given you guys the prices of all of these perfumes, and this is not even making a dent. This isn't even scratching the surface in all of the stuff that is on the Sage Goddess website. So I highly encourage you guys to visit sagegoddess.com, use the link down below. Here's the thing, I am an affiliate with Sage Goddess. This does not change my opinion of them at all. I actually only just joined the affiliate program recently. I would not affiliate myself with anything that I don't believe in, and I really think these guys have a good thing going here, and the customer service from my experience has been fantastic. So if you're interested in any of these perfumes, I do have them linked down below, and I also have a link to the Sage Goddess website itself. All of those links seen down below are affiliate links. What does that mean? That means that if you use those links to make a purchase from Sage Goddess, I get a commission off the sale. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just a link that you click, you shop through the link, or you use my affiliate code. I'll put that down below as well. And I get a small commission off of each sale as a result of going through that link. So that basically just lets them know that you heard about Sage Goddess through me, and they give me a little something something, a little kickback. So that's about it for me, guys. I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, you've got a couple options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday, and if you really love me and you want to keep these videos going for the long term, I have a Patreon, link down below. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to check out those links down below to all of the perfumes that I've mentioned here. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!